Hello guys, and welcome to Daily Market Movements. Welcome to another episode where we will be analyzing the NASDAQ 100 price chart. Today it is the third trading session of the week due to the fact it's a shortened week. There was only 4 trading sessions this week, of course, because on Monday it was Martin Luther King Day, which of course is a national holiday in the US. But we still have 2 trading sessions to go. We are pre-market minus about 10 minutes, so markets are set to open in about 10 minutes time here, and a very rare occasion for 2022, and that is that the NASDAQ 100 is currently trading in the green. As you can see where my mouse is, we're up around 1.1% at this moment in time, trading at 15,185. Now I have seen some very interesting price movements so far for the NASDAQ 100 during today's trading session and also during yesterday's. Now, many of you who saw yesterday's trading session, you would have seen that we were trading in the positive, and it was just a complete game of yo-yo. The market was up, down. 1 minute it was positive, then it was negative, then it was positive, and then unfortunately going into the final couple of hours of the trading session, we did see a breakdown, and we actually closed down near the swing lows, down at 15,032. And of course that was very bearish for the NASDAQ 100. But during yesterday's trading session, I did see some positivity. I saw traders stepping in, trying or attempting to buy the dip. I mentioned in a previous video this week that if we took out the swing low that we achieved on January 2010, then we would likely go down towards a 200-day EMA, and that's exactly what happened during the close during yesterday's trading session. But before we even got that low, as soon as we did briefly break below the January 10th low, we saw some buying power, people trying to buy the dip, people trying to protect that January 10th swing low, and that to me is seen as a positive. It didn't give me the confirmation that the bottom's in, don't get me wrong, but what I am seeing is traders coming in, they're happy to buy the dip around this area. And also during yesterday's video, we spoke about how positive it was that Microsoft has bought Activision for $95 a share with a 45% premium. Of course, Activision shares are roughly 50% off their highs that they achieved a few months ago, and that to me is massively positive because we've seen one of the biggest corporations currently operating in the world, of course Microsoft just after Apple. I think it's the second largest company in the world as we currently speak, and it must see value in tech stocks. So it's seen Activision, it's seen that it's off it's roughly 50% off its all-time high, and they think it's now acceptable to go and purchase it where it currently is. So that's great to see. We're even seeing companies buy companies during this dip. But let's just talk quickly from a technical perspective. I've just covered the fact that we've broken below that swing low that we achieved on January 10th. And as I mentioned a few days ago, if we do that, we're then very likely to go and test that 200-day EMA. And although on my chart we didn't quite hit the 200-day EMA, many would argue that we pretty much got there. So that to me is the key area that I will be looking at during today's trading session. Earlier on this week, I said, one sign that will confirm for me that we have bottomed is if we see a trading session where we close out. So close out, that's very important to understand, up north of 1.5%, minimum 1.5%. I want to see a real nice strong bounce where traders are all coming in together buying this dip, and that's when you would typically see a session where we end anywhere north of 1.5%, maybe even 2%. Will that happen today? Time will tell. As I mentioned, the market is set to open in roughly 8 minutes time, and at this moment in time we are 1% up towards the upside. So it's all about today's close. If we do give up today's gains, then there's it could be that we go and actually make contact with that 200-day EMA. But guys, one thing that I would say, this 200-day EMA, it has to hold. If it doesn't hold, it could lead for some very sharp setting towards the downside. One thing that does worry me, and it's very important, but I cover both sides. I'm very optimistic that we will trade back towards the highs here for the NASDAQ 100. I think this is a fantastic buying opportunity. But one thing that does concern me is that, don't get me wrong, we've got a majority of the top stocks in the NASDAQ 100 which have already fallen, 30 or even 40%. The likes of CrowdStrike, Nvidia, AMD, for example. These are top quality stocks that have already fallen significantly. However, that being said, we've also got some top stocks that carry the indices that haven't fallen that much. We've got Apple, it's currently 7 to 8% off its all-time high. Microsoft, I think it's down roughly 10% or 12% off its all-time high. The likes of Amazon and Google, they haven't fallen enough for my liking, and that does concern me. It does worry me. And if they were to cave in, of course, that's going to drag down the NASDAQ 100, and it will likely drag down further tech stocks, the broader market, as I should say. So that is one massive concern I have. But at this moment in time, we are bouncing off that 200-day EMA. The 200-day EMA has offered significant support. And of course, look at the RSI. We did go as low as 33. This is pretty much that oversold territory. And one thing that I spotted yesterday as well, the RSI likes this 34 area. This is an area where we bounced on several occasions. If I just make that line a bit thinner for you, we bounced off here on several previous occasions, back on 17th of May 2021 and the beginning of March 2021, and we have just hit that 34 area. Will we see a bounce? Because on both separate occasions when we did bounce at that 34 RSI, it sent us all the way towards the upside. So don't expect this to go straight back towards the highs here up at 16,700. That's not what I'm trying to say, but this could be very encouraging. It could send us back towards a 50-day EMA up near 16,000. And as I mentioned earlier on in today's video, it's all about the close. That being said, guys, I do currently hold a buy position. I'm not going to be sharing it on YouTube with you guys today due to the fact it is strictly for my Signal followers. If you would like to become part of my Signal group, then make sure you go over to our streaming service and subscribe. It's at dailymarketmovements.com. You can find the link in today's description. But for all the retail traders out there, please trade very cautiously. Have a good risk management. Don't be investing your whole account, dedicating it to this one trade. Don't be going, oh, fantastic, Max has come on here, he sounds very optimistic and bullish, I'm just going to go and buy the 200-day EMA, because it could break lower. I've also mentioned my concerns. And of course, guys, none of what I've said today is financial advice. It's strictly me sharing my own opinion here on YouTube with you all. And that is going to wrap it up for today's video. But just before I let you leave, I just want to quickly show you our brand new streaming service. We've recently launched this website that you can see in front of you. This is where we provide in-depth analysis videos as well as trading signals via our Telegram group chat. Once subscribed, you'll then have access to all of our in-depth analysis videos as well as access to our private Telegram group chat. We cover various markets such as commodities, US stocks, indices, and cryptocurrencies. We also have a video category where we provide educational content so that you can improve your trading skills. If this sounds appealing to you, then you can find our website link in the description of this YouTube video at dailymarketmovements.com. If not, then I would just like to take this time to say thank you for watching today's YouTube video. Please give my channel a subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you again soon.